Lingle joins former state lawmaker and attorney John Carroll in the race for the Republican Senate nomination. At the age of 81, Carroll is significantly older than Lingle. She's 58, but Carroll is 6 years younger than Hawaii's two current U.S. Senators, Daniel Akaka and Daniel Inouye. They are both 87 years old. And joining us now to talk about Lingle's announcement for the U.S. Senate is political analyst Neal Milner. Thanks for joining us, Neal.
You're welcome.
She's got a fundraiser tonight. Is raising $8 to $10 million conceivable?
Oh, it's not only conceivable, she'll raise that kind of money because the national Republicans are going to put a lot of money into this race anyway because it's going to be a close race. That's the least of her problems. Money is not the issue.
The issue being?
Well, the issue being that in this state, if you're a Republican, you start at a disadvantage, a historical disadvantage. And it was interesting that Governor Lingle kind of wished it away by saying that people here split their votes and they don't. But the fact of the matter is people here are solidly Democratic and they don't split their votes. If they split their votes, you would see more Republican legislators. So that's really the essence of the problem. If you run as a Republican here, even if you're very competent, and Lingle certainly is competent, you're running against a history of party identification where the Democrats far outnumber the Republicans, and that's a fairly stable number.
Now, Ed Case, in that interview this afternoon, also said that it's that whole Sarah Palin factor.
Sure.
Now, do you think that's going to pretty much lay heavy with the voters here?
Well, whether it is or not, you can see the essence of a campaign strategy there. What the Democrats want to do is to label Linda Lingle as a Republican. Because remember, not only is this a Democratic state, but the Republicans didn't do well at all here in 2010. And Governor Lingle's response saying, I'm really more of a moderate, I don't put the party's interests before everybody else, is a suggestion of what a lot of her strategy has to be, which is to appeal to the center in order to get votes. That's not an easy thing to do when you're coming from a party that is very strongly conservative in lots of ways, where a lot of passion comes from the conservative activists.
Well, it's still very early in this campaign.
Yes,
we're going to hear more on this and more as we see who else ends up tossing the hat into the ring.
Right.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Neal, for